everyone, welcome back to the Duck Pond. And today we are going to be reviewing Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Now, for those new to the channel, what we do is we play a game for the week. In the week, we review what we went through in the game, going over the basic plot of the game, sometimes through the whole plot of the game. A lot of spoilers are involved. Gameplay, and we'll go into how well it aged. And then at the end, we give our honest opinion, like, hey, you know what? Maybe you should play it. Maybe you shouldn't, or stuff like that. So, without further ado, let's hack right into this review of Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. So, start off, story, plot. Basic plot of the game is start off the game. You are playing a man known as Adam Jensen. Earlier games, going up to this point, goes over augmented people, which are people that have had pieces replaced, like eyes, arms, heart, respirators, stuff like that. And it leads up to previous game, game before this one, which, mind you, I've never played any of the previous ones. Previous game, an incident happened where the whole everyone who was augmented was hacked and just started beating and killing everybody, pretty much every one of them, terrifying humanity. When this game, augmented people and non-augmented are segregated. Like, they don't want to interact. Like most of the non-augmented do not want to interact with the augmented. So we start this game in going on a mission to Dubai. Going to a mission in Dubai. Where mission, like, where weapons could be stopped. So we can go to do that. Go to save this guy that's there named Singh. I think his name's Singe. Anyway, and what happens is mission goes right. We go to stop the people, and then another group of just fucks everyone up. Mission. We have to save this thing, get them out of there safe. We shut down the whole bad thing that people, and we shut that down. And we get back to our home area. When we get there, about TF-29, like our test 429, we learn about that. We there, and we have missions. Right now, there is the whole mission of the thing is there is people trying to, like, a bill that's trying to be passed. A guy named Nathaniel Brown, and he's lobbying against Human Restoration Act, which the Human Restoration Act is an Human Act law, which would basically segregate all of the augmented into a city, isolated city known as Rabaya. Um, we failed to say, like, the Fred, like, we as Adam go tell him about this whole thing, like, this is bad. If the Illuminati people get all this and get to do this, these could do this. This is bad. Well, we failed to convince the person lobbying against the act, or for the act and all that. And people go to get him killed. But we save him. We go to face a guy known as Barchenko. And we are injected with what is known as Orchid. And we do survive it. And Barchenko gonna go against the Human Restoration Act. So the Human Restoration Act, right? Barchenko is going to attack Daniel Brown. Beep beep. Doesn't listen to our threats. Yada yada. I didn't get this far in the game. This is baseball. We beat the game by beat Machenko. That doesn't go off. And you either get the choice to kill or not kill a Marchenko. It's up to you. And afterwards, Juggernaut Collective, it's just that Vega from the Juggernaut Collective, Janice, the leader, and we find out in a post-credit scene, didn't make this far, that the Illuminati people, CEO ran people, they're going to be watching us to find Janice themselves. They want to take down Janice. That is the basic gameplay. Like the gameplay is really actually like that's the basic plot. Like the plot is kind of convoluted, but it's very straightforward. Gameplay. This game you can have two kind of different, or third if you want. There's the lethal route, which just kill everybody. The non-lethal route, which is don't kill anybody. And then there's the kind of mix where you're like, I'm whichever works for the situation. I was doing the whichever works for the situation. I didn't want to kill anyone first, but I ended up like, nah, you all die. You're dying. Oh, you can be trained. Or I can knock you out instead of killing you. Stuff like that. I did that. I absolutely did that. And you have a wheel selection for your weapons. You actually have a small inventory. You have weapons. Almost the inventory is Resident Evil S. I don't hate that inventory system. Don't necessarily love it, but I don't absolutely now. Also had that for your augmentation tool. The augment could be put into a slot on your D-pad or L button. We're able to hold left stick and it would pull up the augmentation wheel and you could plug them in there. Right stick would pull up the weapon wheel. Like I'm going to this weapon. This is what I'm going to be using now. So there's all that. That was it's your run of the not run of the mill, but it's like it is just a gunning game. Like you're gonna gun and shoot. You can get this like sword, like it's an augment that you can get a sword. You can use that too. So you can attack slash gun, whichever one you choose. You can even shoot the blade. That's kind of cool. You can just it out. Equip new blade. So attack slash gun. But it really works out for it. Works out well, very well. Now, what would I do to it? Like the gameplay, like I said, that is the gameplay. But let's see, how do I go about it? But I don't know. That's the gameplay, the base gameplay. And we go into how it aged. So this game was created and okay, so it was developed and published developed by DEUS Montreal and published by Square Enix. And it was released in August 2016 for Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Later on, there would be versions for Linux and Macintosh operating systems. 2006 and 2017. Respect. Before a game, the animations were good. Weren't really choppy. Um, the music for when it was music, like it was like atmosphere music. Like you're running by a club, and you would hear the club music as you got closer, as you went further away, or like as you were running to it, it would get louder, and when you're on it, it was louder. So since while it went by it, it would get quieter. So that was cool. Um, yep. There's that. The like I said, the animations moved kind of how you would expect. Like, all right. There's the augmented. The augmented moved the way you would think like someone with robotic pieces would move. Still, trying to be more realistic humanoid. The music, I already went over that. Animations, graphics still hold up. I think they still really hold up. The only thing I have against this game is at yes, it is fun, but there were times where it's just the drag. I'm just running back and forth, or I couldn't find what I needed to find, do what I needed to do. So it was just absolutely annoying. So with that, my honest opinion for this game, into the end opinion, if you are not into shooting games, do not play this. If you're into shooting games, do not play this game. I would honestly recommend to people like I would honestly recommend games that are shooting games to people that don't like shooting games. Like, hey, try this game. Maybe this will get you into shooting it. This is not it. If you are not into shooting games, do not do this. If you're into searching and finding your answers, go all for it. Like you have to look around for some. Um, but yeah, honestly, I say rating when I suggest it only to a select few as people I would know that would be interested in it. But other than that, I would not. So honestly, I'll probably play through this one just to finish it, just so I say, hey, I got this game done. But after I get through it, I'm probably never gonna pick it up. And that's really sad to say. I love most games I play. I love all games I play. And I'd still say now we can go with and tell you the used and new prices for a physical copy. So a physical copy of this game is going to so if you go to GameStop, say like GameStop, like whatever, you're going to be looking at $45. So that looks like a brand new copy. So what we're gonna do is ow, I can't find a we're gonna look up game prices real quick so I can tell you the game prices. Pricing. That's for there we go. That's one. A video game price guide. This will tell me a price for you that I can be like, you know what? Go for it. Alrighty. So okay, it's pulling it up so I can get price. Okay. Okay, roughly it's looking like it's gonna cost $45 for a new and about $3 for a used. So if you don't mind spending $3, spend the $3. I would not spend another $3 on. Now, would I spend the say dollars? $45? Definitely not. So let's get to our spin wheel though. We need to spin the new wheel. Spin the wheel of names where we have our game. Is Deus Ex on that? Yes it is. Gotta take it off. Let's see, what game should we put on there? You know what? We're gonna put Guacamole on there. Alright, so let's do the spin of the wheel. 3, 2, 1. What game do we get for this week? This week is looking like we are going to playing an amazing fun game from 26. This is another shooter game. Another shooter game published, developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda. It is Doom 26. So, starting tomorrow, get ready to hack and slash and gun your way through hordes of demons with me over at twitch.tv. And until the next stream, as always, have a good day, have a good night, and keep it chill. So until next time, wah.